Hello and welcome to News Now. I am Deji Badimasi. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has given the newly appointed service chiefs 3 months to terminate the activities of Boko Haram insurgents in the country. Buhari gave the order after he decorated and swore in the new service chiefs in Abuja. Buhari, who was joined by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, charged the new military chiefs to brace up to the challenge of the insurgency. They were also ordered to be accountable for all men and equipment under their command, with the welfare of the troops uppermost in their minds. The president also pledged to give them the much-needed support they would need to end the insurgency. Now, Nigeria is yet to give any reaction at all to the comments of Chadian President Idris Deby, saying Boko Haram may now have a new leader. Deby had said the sect's well-known leader Abubakar Shekau may have been changed actually, and that the new leadership may be willing to enter into a dialogue to end the insurgency. We spoke to Achike Chudo, a political analyst, for his reaction to the Chadian president's claim.
Well, there is every likelihood that that story is exactly as it is said to be, that is dead. There's every likelihood. It's also a possibility that he might not be dead. And I think I think it was the Chadian president, Deby, that made that statement. And of course, they'll be working with some information that some of us might not be privy to. And the fact again that it would appear, based on the fact that they have a change of leadership, he's also attributing that to the fact that there's a change of leadership, but that does not necessarily imply that Shekau is dead. There could be, a change of command, depending, But like I said, we've had instances in the past where seemingly credible sources in Nigerian military establishment told us that Shekau was dead, and it turned out to be a ruse. But there's also been this rumor that he was dead all this while. And the fact that Boko Haram released a recent video that did not show Shekau could perhaps lend credence to that.
Rescue officials have found the bodies of 2 missing persons aboard a helicopter which crashed into the Lagos Lagoon on Wednesday. The bodies found Thursday raises the death toll, which was previously 4 to 6. 12 people were aboard the aircraft when it went down at the Woronshoki end of the Lagos Lagoon. 6 people were rescued alive from the crash and are currently being treated at the Bagada General Hospital. The aircraft belonging to Bristol Helicopters was said to have been coming from the Niger Delta region of the country when it crashed. Still on the helicopter crash, the management of the ill-fated plane has promised to assist in the investigations to find out what exactly happened to the helicopter. Bristol Helicopters Limited also condoled with all the victims affected by the mishap. In a statement released, the company's regional director for Africa, Duncan Moore, said, quote, "Our thoughts are with those affected by the unfortunate accident," end of quote. It said it regretted the loss of lives in the air crash and was ready to assist the victims with its full resources. Authorities are yet to reveal the cause of the crash, as the company says it is fully cooperating with the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, and the Accident Investigation Bureau, as well as the Nigerian police, to unravel the cause of the crash. President Muhammadu Buhari says his administration will ensure all Nigerians receive adequate power supply during his time in office. Speaking after being briefed by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Power, Godnose Igali, on Wednesday, the president said his administration has already identified the critical problems in Nigeria's power sector and was taking appropriate actions to address them. President Buhari said his administration has also prioritized setting measures in its action plan to boost electricity supply. Igali had told the president that power generation in the country was 1,750 megawatts in 1999 and now peaked at 4,600 megawatts. He said gas was available to take power generation to 5,500 megawatts in a short time, but the country needs to expand its electricity infrastructure to accommodate additional power generation. The newly appointed Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), Dr. Emmanuel Kachukwu, has assured that his activities in the corporation will make heads roll. The GMD disclosed this to State House correspondents after meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari behind closed doors. Kachukwu said his activities are aimed at restructuring the company for better performance and accountability. He also disclosed that he would order a forensic audit that would cover 2014 and 2015, adding that a new NNPC would emerge at the completion of his project. The West African Examination Council (WAEC) says it would release the results of candidate for the May-June 2015 West African Senior School Certificate Examination of 13 states owing the body after facing intense pressure. This is due to the intervention of the Nigerian Governors Forum and other stakeholders who appealed to the examination body to reconsider its decision to withhold the results and the effect it would have on the future of the candidates. Head of the Nigerian Office of WAEC, Charles Eguridu, said the decision was taken following positive responses from some of the indebted states. He added that some of the states have started paying their debts in installment. About 19 states were initially alleged to be owing WAEC in candidates' registration fees. However, by Monday, when the first batch was released, the number had reduced to 13 states. We'll take a short break here, and News Now will continue after the break. Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on TV360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world again?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions. Welcome back. Oil prices rose on Thursday as lower U.S. crude stocks and optimistic global demand projections overrode concerns about a glut of supply. U.S. stockpiles of crude and gasoline fell last week. Data from the Energy Information Administration (EIA) showed on Wednesday, bolstering sentiment in the U.S. market. Benchmark North Sea Brent crude oil was up 60 cents at $50.26 a barrel. U.S. crude was trading at $43.50 per barrel, up 20 cents. Now, traders said a slide in the value of the dollar against a basket of currencies. A weaker dollar makes oil more affordable to holders of other currencies and tends to support commodity prices. Now, Nigeria faces the sad prospect of being kicked out now of the government bond index emerging markets unless it is able to ease the flow of funds out of the country. In June, U.S.-based banking and financial services institution JP Morgan Chase gave Nigeria till the end of the year to restore liquidity to its currency market in a way that will allow foreign investors tracking the benchmark to transact with minimal hurdles or be removed from its emerging market index. Now, just what does the index now mean to Africa's largest economy, and could Nigeria beat the deadline set by JP Morgan? We put those questions to financial analyst and managing director of Cowrie Assets Limited, Johnson Chukwu.
If you look at the fact that the emerging market, government bond index emerging market, you have about 287 billion, and Nigeria accounts for about 1.8 billion, 1.8% of that. That means Nigeria accounts for about 5.2 billion in emerging market bond index, government bond index. So it simply means that if today you take Nigeria out of that government bond index, Nigeria will have an exit of funds that have invested in Nigerian local currency government bond index of about 5.2 billion. But beyond that, what that also means is that for foreign portfolio investors, they will become very wary of investing in Nigerian government bonds. And if you consider the fact that the investment of foreign portfolio investors into Nigerian government bonds account for part of the foreign reserve we have, account for stability in the exchange rate, then you're going to see a weakened reserve. You're going to see further fluctuation in the exchange rate. So that those factors will not count positively for the Nigerian market. Again, foreign direct investors always take a cue from foreign portfolio investors. So when you see a slowdown in foreign portfolio investors, foreign direct investors, you are coming for the long run, will find it difficult to see that market as appetizing or as attractive. So it is necessary that Nigeria remains in the government bond index emerging market so as to remain in the forefront of attractiveness to foreign portfolio investors and then foreign direct investors. If we exit from that market, you're going to see a slowdown in foreign direct investment into the country, a slowdown in foreign portfolio investment into the country, a weakened reserve position, and then a weakened exchange, further weakening of exchange rate.
Now, at least 50 people have been confirmed dead and more than 500 injured following two major explosions in China's northern port city of Tianjin. 12 firefighters were among the dead, China's official Xinhua news agency said, as it reported a doubling of the death toll. Two blasts happened in a warehouse storing dangerous and chemical goods in the port area of the city. They caused a huge fireball that could be seen from space. Hours later, amid the destruction in this northern Chinese port city of more than 13 million, the exact cause of the blast remained unclear. China President Xi Jinping demanded that authorities make full effort to rescue and treat the injured and ensure the safety of people and their property. Xi also said those responsible should be severely handled. Former U.S. President Jimmy Carter has revealed he has cancer and it has spread to other parts of his body. Carter says recent liver surgery showed he had the terminal illness. The 90-year-old statesman underwent surgery to remove a small mass in his liver earlier this month. He said he would reveal more when facts are known, possibly next week. Carter says he will undergo treatment by physicians at Emory Healthcare in Atlanta. It was not clear where the cancer originated or where it had spread. Carter's family, however, has a history of pancreatic cancer. Carter, a Democrat, was elected to the presidency in 1976 but was defeated by Ronald Reagan 4 years later. As the 39th president of the United States, he continues to be a much discussed political figure. Costa Rica national team coach Paulo Wanchope has resigned from his post after cameras caught him engaging in a brawl with an unidentified person during Costa Rica's under-23 match against Panama. The video shows the former Manchester City player react after being pushed by a steward during the match. The two engaged in a brief scuffle before security intervened. Costa Rica's Football Association has confirmed that the 39-year-old decided to step aside after a brief meeting. Wanchope was appointed Costa Rica coach in February 2015. Quite a sad way to go for Wanchope. That's it on News Now. We thank you very much for watching. More programming coming your way on TV360. Continue to stay tuned.